The full side event rewards have been revealed. 2 new Kabam created champions are being created as we speak, and cable is still broken, but is a fix coming next update, and much, much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. How you doing? And before we go anywhere, please hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all if you haven't already. Support by coming back to the channel each and every day to watch new content information because, hey, it's important to keep up to date with stuff going on in the community. And the game, because the game always messes up. So we need to let you know what's going right and what's going wrong. Now before we go anywhere, massive thank you to those that support the channel here on YouTube. As a YouTube member, you're on screen now, thank you so much. And as well on Patreon. And we can't forget those lovely people that support over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. If you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can give a free Twitch sub. It would mean a lot if you could come and support those that do Twitch Primes as well as tier 1 subs and gifted subs. You're on screen now. Thank you so much for the support and being around. Much love, and I'll see you tonight. I didn't stream the last couple of working days, but I'm back today, baby, doing some streaming. Okay, next up, and something that we've been covering a little bit on this channel, especially for a good chunk of last week, was AQ honor/rank rewards or milestones. There's some elements of stuff like rewards, tier 5 class catalysts in particular, that's not been going out to certain players. And it's something that, look, if you're playing this game in a very kind of, not competitive, because I suppose Alliance Quest, is it overly competitive? I suppose it is in some ways, but players that do map 7 for a length of time want to see something good that they get back from it. And especially after it's been the second week in a row that something has gone wrong, but they want to get that tier 5 class catalyst, and this has been the first opportunity to grab it. Unfortunately for some players, they have not received it, and others, they have. So, this player here saying, looks like it sent out rewards corrections. This was something that Kabam said they were going to do. And indeed, Kabam followed up with the corrected rewards have been sent out. If you believe you're missing any, you can get in contact with support, which, you know, is always a funny thing. And then, like, the response is like, we didn't get anything yet. And then Unsilent saying ours was not correct. We were supposed to get a 10% tier 5 class catalyst. We've got 2% ones, still short of 6%. And Colby saying here, I am afraid you have missed some of us. Guess we will have to send tickets. Thank you for your response. Maybe got lost in the mail because I haven't gotten mine either. This is all of as of yesterday. And as well, someone saying about sort out the missing glory, but I don't know if that's connected in any way to this particular situation. And again, like a support ticket has been sent by some players to say, look, we're missing stuff. But then people responding back saying, I wanted to share with you the rewards will be correct. For the affected alliances. For now, though, we are still investigating what happened in the instance and do not. So I guess it's conflicting now with what is being sorted out by Kabam from a support ticket line, and as well what Kabam are doing from the back end of sending out the corrected rewards and what is going on. I just think the whole situation is going to be kind of like weird. Somebody saying that my alliance received their reward, so it's like some saying they have received it, some saying they haven't received it, and others are saying that it's not right. Either way, it does need further investigating. And I will again be following this thread. If people are watching this video or know someone that's been affected, then kind of like just let this kind of like thread continue on until everyone gets a you know, response, and this is actually done and dusted, because it's not good. And there's a lot of things in this game that haven't been dealt with. Okay, we're going to move swiftly on, and that is to Cable's heavy degen is bugged. So back on April 21st, this post here, the strength of Cable's degen is determined by how much power the opponent has. The more power the opponent has, the less his degen does. Once you throw a heavy, that degen damage is fixed throughout the duration of the degen based on how much power the opponent had at the instance of the degen activating. How is it working? How is that all the degens that have been previously applied take on the same damage as the most recently applied degen? As you can see here, the first degen applied, the first hit of the heavy does the most amount of damage, 746 per tick, because we had the least amount of power, the least amount of power when the degen was activated. So again, it's like showing that kind of like situation there, and as well showing like the extent of where the degen lies. But then both heavy degens are doing the same amount of damage. The previous degen has been taken on the same tick damage from the most recent applied degen. In essence, like everything's just like it's not working as intended, or this player is definitely feeling that it is not working as intended. And going a little bit further, because I think there's a video that's been done about this. Kabam's response on April 21st was, hey there, the team is aware the decision is looking into it, and where are we up to? now? Well, there doesn't seem to be like a response to this particular situation, and I think some players that do use cable, and that's the case, like a lot of people do use cable, especially when it comes to like Horseman, Apocalypse, kind of synergies and how that team works together. Yeah, it's just something that's not being properly dealt with. And Amadio is correct. There wasn't anything mentioned in the update about dealing with this cable issue. This is something that I would hope Kabam would sort out of the line of the release notes of the next update, especially for this. And just a further explanation, this is just quite simply here. Cable's heavy attack degeneration damage is bugged since the last update. Every time Cable throws a heavy attack, all of his degen debuffs, old and new, change the value to the newest degeneration damage tick. This is bad because the opponent's power increases, Cable's degeneration damage decreases. Cable is losing out on a lot of damage due to this bug. And as I said, there are a lot of people out there that use Cable, and as well I think this is to do with the Apocalypse synergy, so maybe this is something that's got to do with that's kind of causing it, or something in that kind of synergy's ability to tick damage off degen. Something Kabam should deal with, and we'll keep locked to this thread and see what happens. Okay, now let's talk about the side quest. Now I will be in a moment looking at the full extent of rewards that is possible. Something to point out, and something that I didn't like, I can be skipped over, and maybe the way that I read it was that the revives and health potions are disappointingly only available in the side event, which I'm very disappointed in. I thought that would have been something that would be better for the entirety, but that's the thing, isn't it? Kabam are going to do what Kabam want to do with stuff. Can only be used in this month's side quest. Nice, very nice. So I'm a little bit disappointed in the way that I kind of like that works. So yeah, that covers that. But on the massive plus side, Kabam give us the opportunity with the gate keys. They're universal, meaning you can unlock all difficulties with the gate keys. They do not get consumed if they will exist in your account. Simply unlock the designated path. So that is incredibly good, especially because how this breaks down for the full scheme and breakdown of the side event rewards. And it's at this point we then move on to the most spiciest thing, and that's a shout out to Bauer69 first and foremost, because this here. Now I wasn't really impressed by the way that Kabam delivered the breakdown of rewards, especially because I just find it too kind of like smushy and kind of like explain the way it's explained. I just don't think it's very good. But I like the way that Bauer69 has put together this. Kind of charts all the different types of rewards right here, and then puts them in columns going across with a final total at the end. Very nice, and this is very much speaking my language. So, where and how does everything look with the extent? So I will actually be doing all difficulties. Bit of a weird thing to say, because like, we really want to go for lower stuff, but it's like, it's quite cool to grab a lot of those lower stuff and see what you get, especially because you'll be getting a free Shang-Chi. So I'll try to like re-immerse the kind of resources getting from the lower stuff into what I need, which is part of the objective. Again, more on that on Wednesday and Thursday, as we do a lot of side event and as well new event based videos. So, looking again a little bit more thoroughly into this particular situation, we got 45,000. Wow, 45,000, that's nice. It's a fully formed, I believe, Tier 5 Basic. Tier 2 Alpha is 27,000, which is a little bit low in the volume that you can get. I want to say is there meant to be like, no, there's one fully formed, sorry, there's one fully formed. So that's 3, sorry, that's just maybe just under 3 for that. So it's still pretty good. I think the 6-star shards are the thing of value, 8,500. So it's actually a lot better than you might think. And I'm happy that Kabam have done a month where it seems like it's definitely of more value. These hand-to-hand crystals as well are going to be very important for players. And as well, you can pick up from doing, if you are higher up in the spectrum of doing epic and legendary, you can pick up a 5-star hand-to-hand crystal, and as well 10,000 respectively of those hand-to-hand crystal shards. So there's going to be some really cool stuff on offer. Lots of signature stones. Unfortunately, no awakening gem, but we've got one this month, so hopefully people were able to grind out that. But yeah, there's looking like there's some good stuff. It's not like a completely insane month where you're getting at least one fully formed 6-star, as you're only getting 8,500. As someone that's saving up shards to do some big opening soon, I'm hoping to do like a 6-star crystal opening, maybe even push that up to 10. I haven't really decided on how much I want to save, but yeah, look out for that video very, very soon. Either way, I am looking forward to this month. Again, shout out to Bauer69 for putting together this. It does massively help. And now on to one of the most spiciest topics of the day. This is really cool. So, Gabriel Frazero, if you don't know, is the art director for Marvel Contest of Champions, as well as Marvel Realm of Champions, and, well, Kabam in general. So, what has he been working on, and why is it so important? Well, he puts on the 29th of April that working on concepts for 2 original Marvel Contest of Champions characters at the same time. That is pretty amazing. Because the last one that we had, I can't remember, was that was Guillotine 2099, but if we're talking like, then before that was Aegon, and then Morningstar, Guillotine. You could say again like Symbiote Supreme and Venom the Duck, but I just want to keep it like just very much to a point of going, these are truly kind of like super original for Marvel Contest of Champions. Aegon's story was one of the best ones that I've seen in a long time. Not just the champion is like a complete like god of the game, especially with what he does, but Aegon in essence has this like really kind of unique and pretty cool backstory, especially from the way that he was a warrior and his race was kind of like is killed off, his partner's dead and stuff, and like the way that story is just so unique that it just kind of like it just interests me a lot. So when asked the question about like has it got anything to do with Morningstar Aegon's story, one of them, yes. I'm hoping it's more to do with like Aegon and expanding on that story a bit more, whether or not it's a partner resurrected from the dead, as even like someone I think puts here, 21 Egertron, sorry. So yeah, there's like the backstory to Aegon I'd like to see a bit more too. If it's Morningstar, I don't know how they're going to capitalize it. I just hope they don't go too much down the line of kind of like linking guillotines and it's like a completely different character that has association, maybe like, I don't know, a daughter of Morningstar. Well, I guess that's again too close to home. Just something completely different, but has a really good link to anything going on with Aegon or anything else. So that's pretty exciting to learn about the new characters that are coming at some point. We don't know when, unfortunately, but still I think it's kind of cool, especially because the Kabam originals, and some of them are actually pretty good. And now we end as we normally do with arena predictions and results, and we're going over Silver Centurion. Now I think I did go a lot higher than I thought with Silver Centurion. It's very difficult at times to pinpoint what is hype and interest from the players on certain characters. Sometimes I'll get it right, sometimes I'll go a bit too high, and sometimes maybe even I go a bit too low, though I haven't been going too low of recently. I've been going too high. So Silver Centurion, it looks like that he's been going for about 50 mil. Yes, indeed, 50 mil. All predictions, by the way, are on screen now if you don't know already. Let's have a look at the results. So first of all, Legend puts out a 53 mil, gets position 222. And my prediction of I think like 65 mil is incredibly overkill, so definitely that needs to change. However, though, it looks like you could even get something between like 48 to 50 mil and pick up the champion. So yeah, it's pretty crazy the extent of like how low this champion went. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these characters being put in, not just the Marvel Realm side of things, but when a lot of them are kind of like copy paste, it does feel like a lot of the time like, do you want to go for them? And I guess like people didn't want to go for them for whatever reason, even though there's, well, I say slow debuff's the only thing that's kind of like something of interest out of that. In any case, moving on. What of the 4-star? Well, shout out to Mr. Worldwide, who says even in this case, Jesus Christ, 8 mil is enough to pick up the 4-star at position 720. That means that this champion has probably got like 7 mil, I'd say 7.9 mil. That's why I will keep 8 mil as being the prediction for round 2. But Jesus Christ, it's a lot lower than a lot of this has been for a first champions addition into the arena. So round 2, man, I don't know what round 2 is going to be like, but it's going to be crazy. Crazy low, that is. But that has been Marvel Contest of Champions News, the show, the Monday show, on every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. That's when you get your Marvel Contest of Champions news, all in one place. So yeah, there we go. We've also got an arena results section in the Discord, which will be really helpful if people can post in there, because it means I can then put everything together for this show on a Monday, and as well on a Wednesday when we're doing predictions and stuff like that. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.